going right now against Ryan Garcia?
I don't want to talk about it. Fighters shouldn't sue each other. They should fight in the ring.
The boxing community hates Devin Haney for suing Ryan Garcia against breach of contract, battery, fraud, and deliberately missing weight to gain a competitive advantage. Garcia, Golden Boy Promotions, and Garcia's conditioning coach, Dave Scooter Honig, are also implicated in the lawsuit. Oscar de la Hoya also dissed this suing game and questioned Devin on how he managed to sue a fighter who beat him out in the ring. He was not pleased by the overall idea.
Oscar, what's next for Ryan?
I just had him in my office 30 minutes ago. Big plans for him coming back. You know, obviously, we have to deal with this frivolous lawsuit that they slapped on us, but that's all it is. It's noise. That's all it is. How can you sue somebody that beat the crap out of you?
Just like Bob Arum, he also advised Haney to choose the other path, which is to fight the opponent in the ring and not in the court. According to him, this is what is being done back in his times. Overwhelmingly, he called Devin a shot.
It just doesn't make sense. And
would you as a fighter ever even consider doing that back in your heyday?
No, what I would do is call that fighter out, get back in the ring, and beat his ass.
Is that the biggest rematch of 2025? Haney Garcia? Biggest fight?
I don't think so, because I believe that Devin Haney is a shot fighter.
The story is that Devin Haney has filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia, arising from their contentious fight on April 20th in Brooklyn. The case is about many alleged unethical behaviors by Ryan, leading up to and during the bout, which was initially celebrated as a victory for Garcia but later changed to a no contest after the discovery of banned substances. In their fight, agreed upon at 140 pounds, Garcia managed to knock Haney down 3 times, although a point was deducted from Garcia during the match. Post-fight tests revealed Ostarine in Garcia's system, a substance he claimed entered his body through contamination. Despite these claims, the fight's result was altered to a no contest. Rob Acosta discussed further complications that could arise in Ryan Garcia's legal situation. He pointed out that past actions, such as Garcia's social media behavior where he joked about steroid use, could significantly impact the case. Acosta expressed skepticism about the outcome of the lawsuit, predicting that Devin Haney might not win but acknowledging that the process would increase Ryan Garcia's public visibility, regardless of the outcome.
And, I understand Ryan did what he did. I think what's going to hurt Ryan in this case, that can hurt him so bad, and it doesn't matter whether he meant it as a joke or not, is when they go back into his tweets. And he tweeted, "I love steroids." When he does stupid shit like that, that's called discovery. So they're going to bring that and bring all that shit to light. And if he were to delete it, they can technically subpoena anything he has done within that time frame. So it could go a south direction, but this is not something where it's criminal, and we're not talking about a lawsuit where it's like millions of dollars. I don't know how much they're suing for, but I think Devin's going to lose the case. I think it's a good try, but I think he's going to lose, and it's only going to bring Ryan that much more publicity.
Rob Acosta expressed skepticism regarding the effectiveness of a lawsuit, indicating he believes the legal action may not result in a favorable outcome for the plaintiff. Acosta characterized the lawsuit as pointless and doubted the likelihood of success in this specific legal battle. Rob Acosta said, "I think the lawsuit is pointless. Honestly, I don't think he's going to win that." Ryan Garcia talked about that these days. He is dealing with a suspension and several legal challenges, including a lawsuit from fellow boxer Devin Haney. He acknowledged the difficult period he was going through due to these issues, but remained optimistic about his future in boxing. Garcia also expressed a belief in his own good intentions, despite the current complications.
It feels like attack from the enemy, but again, no weapon against me shall prosper. I'm always going to put my faith in God and Jesus, and I'll be back. I'm going to be fighting real soon. Obviously, I'm going through this year ban. Devin Haney suing me, amongst a lot of other lawsuits I'm going through kind of right now, but it's okay.
Ryan Garcia confidently spoke about his capabilities in the ring compared to Devin Haney. He expressed strong belief in his superiority over Haney, suggesting that no matter how many times they might face off, he would always come out on top. Garcia highlighted his advantages in power and speed, noting that even when Haney came into their fights heavier, he still couldn't handle Garcia's powerful left hook. Ryan Garcia added, "Devin Haney will never be able to beat me. We can fight 100 times. I'll beat him 100 times. And the pros, he just going to hang with somebody that has power speed, and he's somebody his size. He came in heavier than me, which was crazy and like he does in every fight, but he just couldn't take the left hook. And it is what it is. The lawsuit highlights that Garcia weighed over 3 pounds above the contracted limit on the fight day. Haney, despite this, accepted a penalty fee and proceeded with the fight under the belief that it was still a fair competition. The complaint revisits this issue, alleging that Garcia's failure to make weight was a calculated move to deceive and gain an unfair advantage. Claressa Shields expressed her strong stance on fair play and integrity in boxing. She emphasized her commitment to competing against clean fighters and highlighted the serious consequences of opponents using performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs, or engaging in weight manipulation to gain an unfair advantage. Shields pointed out that such actions not only tarnish her image but also disrespect the sport.
Listen, I'm not against it at all. When we signed up for boxing, I signed to fight a clean fighter. You use PDs against me, you beat me, you messed up my image, you go around bragging about how you missed weight and you cheated. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sue the fuck out of you, and I will fight you again.
Claressa Shields expressed a desire for retribution against an opponent who, in her view, had wronged her through unfair practices in the sport. She conveyed a strong wish for this individual to face consequences, ideally through a defeat by another fighter, Devin, whom she hoped would deliver this outcome. She added, "He need his ass kicked. That's it. And I'm hoping that Dion can get enough in him to where he can do it." Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are both accomplished boxers with impressive records in the ring. Haney, known as the Dream, has a professional record that includes numerous victories across different weight classes. Notably, he was the undisputed lightweight champion, and later moved up to become the WBC super lightweight champion. Ryan Garcia, on the other hand, has a strong record with multiple knockouts, underscoring his power and technique. Before the controversial fight with Haney, Garcia had only one professional loss. Yoel Judah commented on the allegations that Ryan Garcia competed while under the influence of banned substances and discussed the lawsuit Devin Haney has filed in response. Judah seemed skeptical about Garcia's level of concern over the accusations, indicating that Garcia might have already moved past the incident, whereas Haney is actively seeking legal resolution.
The guy fought, he said he fought was, dirty, he fought with, with drugs in the system. I don't know, you know what I mean? And personally, Devin gonna do what he gotta do with Ryan took off. Ryan don't really care, you know what I'm saying? So Devin is just, I don't know, he's just going after him now on a lawsuit.
Judah emphasized the seriousness of the matter. He stated that using drugs is a deliberate choice, not something one can accidentally stumble into. Judah firmly dismissed any notion that Garcia might have unintentionally used performance-enhancing drugs. He added, you can't slip up on drugs, you can't do that. Either you take them or you don't. And if you took them, then you see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't slip up though, no way. Robert Garcia recently expressed his support for a particular fighter, acknowledging the fighter's willingness and determination in the ring. Garcia highlighted the fighter's strong resolve and popularity, noting that his name is well recognized in the boxing world, which drives demand for his matches. He also mentioned looking forward to seeing what decisions the fighter would make next in his career, whether it involves taking on challenges like facing Terrence Crawford or other notable opponents.
Mentioning their names, that means he is willing to fight. He's got heart. The kid is, he's up there. His name is out there, and people want to see him. So he makes those fights happen. So we'll see what he wants to do next. If he fights Crawford or whatever, I don't know.
Robert Garcia shared his skepticism about the current state of events, seemingly related to a specific situation in the boxing world that has garnered significant attention. He expressed his disbelief and disappointment, suggesting that the situation had become more of a spectacle or a joke rather than something serious to consider. He noted that it might alter how fighters think about pushing boundaries and trying unconventional tactics. He added, I'm not really paying too much attention because it has kind of turned into a joke already. I never seen something like this, but hey, if it works for him, then it's going to work, and it's going to change boxing. It's going to change a lot of fighters' mentality. When it comes to trying something they're not supposed to, doing something they're not supposed to, if it does in good. In their April 2024 fight, despite Haney being a technically sound and versatile fighter, Garcia's power was a decisive factor. According to Compubox statistics, Garcia was able to outland Haney nearly 2-1 in power shots, and he scored knockdowns in the 7th, 10th, and 11th rounds. Garcia landed 41% of his power punches, a significant increase over the 25% average landed by Haney's previous 10 opponents. This performance suggests that while Haney might have been the more technically skilled boxer, Garcia's power and ability to land significant punches played a crucial role in the dynamics of the fight. Greg Hackett, well regarded in the boxing community, recently discussed the ongoing legal issues between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. He praised the influence of Devin's father, Bill Haney, noting Bill's crucial role in steering his son's career effectively both in and outside of the boxing ring. Hackett pointed out that Bill Haney's decision-making has always aimed to position Devin advantageously.
To be truthful, man, Dev, father has been making great decisions for his son. I think this is another great decision.
Continuing his insight, Hackett shared that he might not have chosen the same legal path as the Haneys, but he could appreciate their approach from a business perspective. He acknowledged that targeting financial stability can be a powerful strategy in business dealings.
Would I do it? Nah, because I'm a different type of person. I didn't grow up with the same guidance as a Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? So my mind think a little different. I would want to really hurt Ryan Garcia. But in business and in the financial world, they always use that term, you got to hit them where it hurt, which is the pockets, which is the bank.
Hackett expressed understanding for why Devin Haney's team opted for legal action against Ryan Garcia. He criticized Garcia's actions, suggesting they were inappropriate, and emphasized the lawsuit as a means for the Haney team to communicate the seriousness of Garcia's misconduct. Hackett stated, "I can see Devin doing that because, not only what he did wasn't right, but we really want to make him pay for it. We really want him to understand that shit wasn't cool." Hackett also touched on the uncertainties surrounding the lawsuit. While he sees the merit in taking legal steps to address the issue, he remains neutral on whether it was the absolute right strategy, suggesting it might have been more about setting a precedent for future conduct. He added, "It don't need to happen again, but you never know, that might be just something they want to do." Ultimately, the fight was initially ruled a majority decision victory for Garcia, but was later changed to a no contest following Garcia's failure to make weight and his subsequent positive test for the banned substance Ostarine. This outcome has marred what was a notable performance by Garcia and left the professional standings and future matchups of both fighters in a contentious state. Gervonta Davis pointed out that their previous fight set a precedent that made it more acceptable for others in the boxing world to openly challenge Garcia. He observed that Garcia is not fond of confrontations, suggesting that the increasing pressure from other fighters might be overwhelming for him. Davis also raised questions about the timing of drug test results related to Garcia, noting a delay in the announcement.
You know why I'm backing Ryan? Because a lot of boxers going at him. When we fought, we made it cool, not saying but we made it cool to go at Ryan like that. Ryan is not somebody that he really like confrontation, so for people to go at him, I feel as though, and you see how as soon as why didn't it take 72 hours for the test to come back, right?
Came back after the fight, yeah.
Right. So why ain't come out that Tuesday or that week next? They waited till Canelo fight to push that he had something in his drug. Then once they pushed that, Devin and them was on ESPN that night promoting that he would. It's all in. I'm telling you.
Gervonta Davis expressed skepticism regarding allegations of performance-enhancing drug use by another fighter, questioning the lack of significant strength in the fighter's performance. He pointed out that if the accused had been using enhancing substances, it would have been evident in a more powerful and diverse set of punches, rather than just one type of punch. He said, "If he was on anything, why he didn't have Stree at all. Every punch, the brick hand, the jam, everything would have been strong. He only hit him with the same pun. I told everybody a hook, a hook, a hook." Continuing his critique, Davis discussed the ongoing conversations about the fighter's ranking in the boxing world. He critiqued the credibility of these rankings, implying that the discussions about the fighter being a top pound-for-pound contender were overrated or misplaced, especially given the one-dimensional nature of the fighter's performance that he observed. He added, "Devin was sitting right there to get caught with the hook and they talking about this whatever pound-for-pound thing." Ryan Garcia's positive test for the banned substance Ostarine emerged after his April 2024 fight against Devin Haney. This revelation followed a period of intense scrutiny within the boxing community regarding the integrity of athletes and their adherence to clean competition standards. Teofimo Lopez shared his observations on how Devin Haney's recent challenges in and out of the ring might be impacting his popularity among boxing fans. Lopez noted that Haney's recent setbacks were potentially harming his reputation, which could decrease fan interest in his future bouts.
I think Devin just is continually just taking losses in and out the ring. It's not a good look. It doesn't look well. I mean, it's a turnoff. It gets everybody kind of in a sense, turns everybody off. It's it keeps them away from wanting to see the next Devin Haney fight by doing those things.
Continuing on this theme, Lopez spoke from personal experience about overcoming adversity. He recounted his own approach to dealing with setbacks, emphasizing that he chose not to complain or pursue legal recourse. Instead, he focused on recovery and improvement, aiming to return to the ring stronger than before. He added, "I didn't do that when I got jobbed. When I got jobbed, I didn't, dude. I just got back, took care of my health, and we came back and conquered. That's all you gotta do. That's how you earn your respect and how you stay in the people's eye." Pro-Grace coach Tobler acknowledged that Haney has his own feelings and perspectives, which he respects, but Tobler himself remains undecided about the legitimacy of Haney's claims. His comments suggest a wait-and-see approach, indicating uncertainty and a reluctance to fully commit to one side of the argument. Tobler said, "I don't have nothing against a young champ. Haney feels the way he feels, and that's the way he feel, but I don't know, man. I can't even say, but we'll see what happens. I don't think it's legit." Ostarine, known also as MK2866, is a substance that falls under the category of selective androgen receptor modulators, SARMs. These are known for providing similar effects to anabolic steroids, but supposedly with fewer side effects. They are banned in sports due to their muscle-building and performance-enhancing capabilities. Rasheem Jefferson Jr. spoke on the controversy surrounding the fight between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, advocating strongly for Haney to pursue full compensation. He characterized the incident as a severe ethical breach by Garcia, suggesting that Garcia's actions not only sought to give himself an undue advantage, but also posed a significant risk to Haney's health and professional future. Jefferson stated, "I think Devin Haney should get everything he can get out of this situation because Ryan Garcia really tried to kill that man. He really tried to end his life, end his career and everything with knowingly taking steroids and, not losing the weight and coming in as a bigger guy." Jefferson contrasted Haney's commitment to maintaining his performance under strain against Garcia's approach. He criticized Garcia for not adhering to the agreed-upon weight, thus compromising the fairness of the competition. Jefferson emphasized that Haney pushed himself to the limit while adhering to professional standards, unlike Garcia. He added, "I think get everything he need out the whatever he can do and whatever allegation he can come up with. Whatever anything. We got some you want to bring up. Bring it up, bro. You deserve that." The specific incident involving Ryan Garcia came to light when VADA, Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, which conducts random drug testing for professional boxing and other sports, administered tests surrounding the bout. Garcia's samples returned positive results, which indicated a significant level of Ostarine. The levels reported were not just trace amounts but were substantially above what some jurisdictions might consider negligible or accidental. Garcia's team initially responded to the findings by suggesting the presence of Ostarine was due to contamination, a common defense in such cases. However, this argument often requires substantial proof, such as identifying the source of contamination and demonstrating how it could have inadvertently entered the athlete's system. Bernard Hopkins discussed the nature of lawsuits, especially in the context of the American legal system. He emphasized that initiating a lawsuit does not necessarily imply guilt, nor does being sued prove innocence. According to Hopkins, the purpose of a lawsuit is to allow the facts to come forward and prove the claims made by both sides. He highlighted the common occurrence of lawsuits and cautioned against assuming wrongdoing based solely on the fact that someone has been sued.
How does the lawsuit, can I keep him out of
the lawsuit is the lawsuit. Listen, we're in America, you don't have to be right to sue. The lawsuit doesn't mean you're guilty. The lawsuit doesn't mean you're innocent. The lawsuit means that the facts must prove your claims, and the counterclaim must prove your claims. So, listen, when people get sued, don't think for one reason, unless you're ignorant, that that person is wrong or right. Let's see it play out. We know, obviously, Golden Boy been sued also. So it's not just one thing. We in it to win it with Ryan. How Ryan feels, quote, is the same way we feel, quote.
Bernard Hopkins further expressed his concerns about the trend of filing lawsuits in the boxing world, particularly when fighters take legal action months after a bout. He shared his disappointment over what he perceives as a negative shift in the boxing culture among the newer generation of fighters. Hopkins is apprehensive that this practice of suing, especially after losing a fight, might become prevalent, which he believes would tarnish the sport's image. He added, "I would never see a fighter literally gets his ass kicked and turn around and sue months later. I mean, I hope it ain't the generation, cause I respect this generation to a point, but I hope we ain't getting into this generation and going forward will this become contagious, I think, as a bad look person." The positive test had immediate ramifications for the fight's result, initially a victory for Garcia, which was later overturned to a no contest by the Athletic Commission overseeing the fight. Moreover, Garcia faced penalties including a suspension from competition and a significant fine, reflecting the seriousness with which sporting bodies treat violations of doping regulations. This incident added another layer of controversy to Garcia's career and ignited discussions about the prevalence of doping in boxing and the measures necessary to combat it effectively. Devin Haney's lawsuit seeks unspecified damages, underlining that his agreement to fight was predicated on a fair and rule-abiding contest, a condition breached by Garcia's actions, as per the allegations. This lawsuit not only aims to address the grievances from their April encounter, but also underscores broader concerns about integrity and fairness in the sport of boxing. Devin Haney is keen on a rematch with Ryan Garcia after their previous bout was marred by controversies including Garcia's failure to make weight and positive drug test. Haney, feeling wronged by the circumstances surrounding their fight, believes a rematch would set things right and provide a fair competitive setting.
Do you want that rematch with Ryan Garcia? Is that something that's like, man, I gotta get that back?
He was right here, I get it back right now. Because it's just, you know, if somebody did you like that, you want to take it, because I did that already. I tried to do it fair. I tried to, you know, it was 3-3 since amateurs. I tried to give you that, you know, that another fight, and when it was even, we was drug tested, we was on even playing field, and you f***ed up. I didn't. I did everything right. I came back clean. I am a competitor. I am competitive. And see, everything got to be right. You know, everything got to just be on my terms, and everything got to be. I try to do it on your terms. I try to give you that. And you show why you don't deserve that.
As the drama between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia unfolds, it raises questions about the effects of such disputes on the athletes and the sport. What are your thoughts on how controversies like these impact boxing? Share with us in the comments section below. For